beautiful people of the internet. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully great, and welcome to Budget Builds, where we use zero Forma and achieve maximum efficiency. In today's video, we're taking a close look at Nekros, aka the Necromancer of Warframe. So this was a requested video by a subscriber. Their name is Dark Toxic. Thank you so much for your request and shout out to you. Anyways, before I continue with the video, let's talk merch. So guys, as I've said previously, I have just launched a merch store. If you guys would like to further support me or the channel, go ahead and buy some merch. We are selling hoodies, t-shirts, some caps, and a whole bunch of other stuff. If you guys are interested, take a look at the link down in the description. So with that being said, remember to sparkling tick the subscribe button for more Warframe videos, and let's do this. So you guys know the drill. We're going to quickly skim through all of Nekros' abilities and then move on to his build. So with that being said, let's start off with our passive. So basically, if you guys kill an enemy within 10 meters, Nekros will instantly restore 5 health for every enemy that is slain. This is a very good passive because it synergizes really well with our build. So for our number 1 ability, it's called Soul Punch. This is a useless ability, don't bother wasting your time. However, if you guys are interested on how it works, feel free to pause the video and read the description. The same can be said for Terrify. However, I do think Terrify is a lot better than Soul Punch because it can get you out of any sticky situations. So basically what Nekros does is he will scare all nearby enemies. All the enemies that are scared, they'll just run away. Add the augment and then now they'll run away with a lot less speed. Pretty good crowd control, but not really necessary. So we're moving on to our number 3 ability, that being Desecrate. This is Nekros' bread and butter. The same can be said for his number 4. But what Desecrate does is, for every enemy that is killed, Nekros will instantly spawn additional loot such as health orbs, energy orbs, crates, and a whole bunch of other resources. Now, of course, you guys add the augment called the Spoil and it's even better. Now, what the augment does is basically, instead of Desecrate taking away your energy, it will start taking away from your health. Once again, the passive helps you get your health back, but I'll go over how you guys can get your health back. But just remember, the Spoil is very important for Desecrate. And finally, on our number 4 spot, we have Shadows of the Dead. So basically, every enemy that you guys have killed, Nekros will summon them back and they'll fight for you. Once again, I'm taking advantage of the Shield of Shadows augment. What happens is, all the damage that comes to me, they'll be put onto my clones or my minions of the dead, making me a lot more tankier. So now that we know exactly how Nekros' abilities work, let's move on to the build. So for this video, I've got 3 builds for you guys. One build has Shield of Shadows, another one has the Spoil, and finally the third one is a hybrid which has both of these augments. So with that being said, let's start off with our hybrid build. Let's talk augments. At our number 1 spot, we have the Spoil, and basically what the Spoil does is your desecration will no longer consume your energy, instead it's going to start consuming your health. At our number 2 spot, we have Shield of Shadows, and basically this makes Nekros a lot more tankier. So any damage that Nekros receives, a good amount of that damage is then shared to your shadows, assuming that you guys are within 15 meters of their radius. Moral of the story, while you guys are using this build, make sure to stay with your clones. Now that we know exactly how these augments work, let's go over all of the other mods. So we've got ourselves Growing Power, Power Drift, Energy Conversion, and Augur Secrets for more power strength. The more power strength we have, the more hit points our shadows themselves have, therefore making us a lot more tankier because they can take more damage. We've also got ourselves Health Conversion for more armor. Now what Health Conversion does, if you guys pick up a health orb, which you definitely will if you're playing as Nekros, you then will be having 450 armor times 3. So in other words, which will add up to about 1000 plus armor, which is very good, and that's base armor, not percentage armor. Next, we have ourselves Continuity for more duration. Now when you guys spawn in your shadows, what's going to happen is their health is going to slowly start decaying. So when you guys add a little bit more duration, it'll make that rate at which their health decay a lot slower, therefore making them last a lot longer, and you won't have to worry too much of refreshing them. We've also got ourselves a Vitality for a bigger health pool because it helps the Spoil work a lot better, and also it makes us a lot more tankier. Now in the arcanes department, there's a bit of flexibility here, but I for one, I'm going with Arcane Pulse because it allows me to easily replenish my health without worrying about it too much. So in other words, when I pick up a health orb, once again, thanks to Desecrate, there's going to be health orbs all over the floor. What Arcane Pulse is going to allow me to do is it's going to allow me to easily replenish my health. We've also got ourselves Arcane Energize. You know, once again, I do not like to worry about losing energy or not having enough energy. Now, another flexibility that you guys can have, you can see if you can fit yourself an Arcane Guardian because it gives you a lot more armor. So let's say that you guys want to use Nekros for farming only. Well, here is the build that you guys should be using. So for our aura, we are going to be rolling around with Rejuvenation. Remember, Rejuvenation gives us continuous health regeneration throughout the mission. The reason why we want to use this mod is because of the way Spoil works. The same can be said with Vitality. Remember, Vitality gives you a much bigger health pool. Next, we have Overextended, Augur Reach, Stretch, and Cunning Drift for more range. Remember, the more range we have, the bigger our Desecrate area of effect is. Next, we have ourselves Fleeting Expertise and Streamline for more ability efficiency. That way, our Despoil uses less health per corpse that becomes drained. So let me tell you guys what I mean. When you guys equip Despoil and you have got neutral efficiency, usually for every corpse that gets consumed by Desecrate, it'll take away 10 health. However, if you guys are adding yourself Fleeting Expertise and Streamline, it'll go from 10 to 3. Now if you guys don't believe me, let me show you. So according to the abilities tab, is actually a bit bugged because look here, right? I'm hovering over Desecrate and it says there right there, Despoil health drain is 2.5 and it shows that in red. I think this is a bug because how can it be a negative thing from going from 10 all the way to 2.5? So in other words, instead of having like your health being drained 10 per corpse, it'll now be 2.5 per corpse or 3. I rounded up because, you know, it just makes more sense to me. So let's suppose that you guys are not a huge fan of hybrid build and you prefer to have one singular build for farming and another singular build for Shield of Shadows. Well, here is what I have to offer. So we have Growing Power, Energy Conversion, Intensify, and Augur Secrets for more power strength. We've also got ourselves Health Conversion for more armor. Of course, we've got ourselves the Shield of Shadows Augment, that way we can be even more tankier. And then we've got ourselves Streamline, that way we don't have to worry about too much energy usage. We also have a Vitality for a bigger health pool because why not stay alive? If you guys don't want to use Vitality, another good option is Redirection. Up to you guys, the point is either have a Vitality or a Redirection on this side. And finally, we've got ourselves an Augur Message for even more duration. Now, in the Arcanes department, here is what I'm rolling with. Now guys, if you do not have Arcanes, it is not the end of the world. This just means that, hey, if in the case that you guys do have Arcanes, here's what I recommend. Guardian, once again, more armor, and Arcane Energize, that way we can always replenish our energy. So let me repeat that. The reason why we want to use Arcane Energize is so that we can easily replenish our energy and not worry too much about it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for today's video. If you guys liked the video or if it's genuinely helped you, make sure to leave a like. Remember to spot and click the subscribe button for more Warframe videos. I'ma make like a banana and split.